Hey guys, it's Kobe coming back at you again this week with another review here at Royal Bible Reviews. This week we're going to be looking at the ESV Preaching Bible Verse by Verse edition. It is a goatskin Bible. It does come in this very nice two-piece box. As you can see, it's got ESV Preaching Bible Verse by Verse, goatskin black. I'll flip it over and let you look at the features of it there. You can pause it and see what it says. And let me move this. And then I'll do this where you can see the ISBN number. You can pause it there. You do see that retail on this Bible. Does it have it on there? Yeah, it's $249.99. You can find it a lot cheaper. I was looking online before I started. Actually, the cheapest place where it's in stock that you can get it right now is actually from crossway.org. If you're not a Crossway Plus member, I highly recommend that you do that, because if you're a Crossway Plus member, you get 30% off Bibles all the time. And then every so often they run specials. So like 30% off of this Bible would make it $174.30. And it's in stock there. So to me, it'd be worth joining. I actually got mine when it came out last year, January, February, somewhere in there. People were getting advanced copies to review before that, but they actually did a sale at Christmas for 50% off if you were a Crossway Plus member, or actually 55% off. With tax and everything, I think I ended up paying like right at $130 for mine, which was well worth it. So, but the box is a two-piece box, and I'm going to show you this. Just like with the Horween, if you remember it, it does come with the pledge card from Crossway, letting you know that if you have any problems, you can replace it. And it is wrapped in that velvet velour, whatever that is. Very nice. And that pledge card, just to give you an idea, when I got my first one, I was flipping through it and it was really nice and everything. Well, I forgot exactly where it was in the Old Testament, but some of the pages had folded in. They did not cut off the excess of the paper, and it got folded in. So I actually reached out to them and contacted them, and they sent me a replacement and had me send them mine back, the one that was defective. They replaced it, no problem. Their customer service was great. That's the only time I've ever had an issue with them. Now, this is a China printed Bible, so a lot of people say that's what caused it. Up until just recently, I'd never owned a premium from Crossway except for this one. But I've got one over here that we'll do a little comparison to in a minute, and I'll show you just a couple of little differences. But anyway, the goat skin on this is really nice. It's pebbly. It's soft. As you can see, it's super floppy. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 raised hubs. You have your Holy Bible, the ESV logo, and I like this logo. If you remember before, the ESV logo had like a circle around it or whatever. I like this better. I think that looks more clean than English Standard Version and Crossway. It does have 2 ribbons, 2 very thin double-sided satin ribbons, but we'll get into that. We know about the ribbons. You can see it is art gilded. This Bible is great, though. It's about 6.5 inches, a little over 9 inches, and it's a couple inches thick. And it does have, as you can see, the perimeter stitching, and it does have a little bit of a yap. Not a huge yap, not a generous yap, but you could train it, and it could bend over and to the pages there and protect them. It does have the gilt lining, and it is tabbed up onto the block. It is edge lined, so it is goat skin. And then it does have a calf skin liner. Like I say, it is super, super floppy. It's kind of thin. I have here one of the Omegas that just recently went back to the Netherlands. And as far as like the pebbliness, if that's a word, of the goat skin, they're really about the same. They don't feel much different. This, though, is a little bit stiffer because it's a little bit thicker. I almost wish the goat skin on this was on this Bible and the goat skin on this was on this Bible. And the only reason why is, look at your comparison. I mean, this is a much thinner Bible, the Omega is. And it could be a little bit more floppy, but it's, you know, when I hold it, it's floppy, but, you know, if it was floppier, it'd be fine. But either way, it's fine. But anyway, but this is super floppy, but I like it. And then, of course, like I say, it is tabbed up. So you have, you know, your sheet there attached to it. And this is that glossy, you know, you have a few pages there that are blank. They're the glossy. And then you've got your glossy presentation page. So if you do use a pen, make sure you either use a ballpoint, or if you use like a, you know, one of the felt or whatever, you'll have to let that dry. Then you open it up, Holy Bible, ESV, and then you've got your next page, and then you can see here your publisher's page. As you can see, it is the ESV 2016. It is printed in China, and this paper is really good paper. I've seen some people say they think it's about a 32 GSM. I've seen other people say it's a 36 GSM. It's got like a coating on it. I don't know what kind of coating. It's not like the topaz. So it's kind of, it's a little different. And it looks really white, but it's kind of an off-white, and it's opaque. It doesn't feel like a 36 GSM, but it probably is. Like I say, it is a Chinese printed Bible. I don't know where the paper came from. You know, I don't know if it came from China as well or what it may have. I don't know, but it's still good paper. I do know a lot of people said that the Omega that was before this, it was printed in China, was not a very good, very well put together product, and this one was much better. But anyway, and just like always, you got your preface, and like I said, I highly recommend reading that if you are new to a translation. It lets you know about the ESV. Then you got your features, and as you can see, I'm grabbing this paper and turning it a lot easier than I do in other ones. Then you got the Old Testament. Now we're going to get to the star of the show, the text block. Look at that. That's beautiful. You do have your book title right there at the top. It's bold. It's dark. You have your chapter number in black. It's dark. And what I like about this, even though you may have a paragraph start without a new section heading, they put the Pilcrow in so you can easily find where your new paragraph starts, and that is great. It is a 9.75 lexicon type, so it is easy to read. There is good spacing. It does have, decent sized margins here. We'll measure it and see exactly how wide your margins are. Let's see. It's about an inch and a quarter there. So it's a pretty decent margin, so if you want to write you some notes over there, you could. What I like is the spacing in between, it's spaced out enough where you can really see. You do see a little ghosting, but it's not bad. Like I said, the camera always adds more. It is a line match text, and you do have your footnotes at the bottom, but there is no cross references, nothing like that, because this is a preaching Bible. It is single column, as you can see. Some people don't like that. They prefer the double column. If you do single column, it does make it, a little bit thicker, a little bit heftier of a Bible. Just like the CSB wide margin that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago, even though it was a paragraph format, it being single column, that just adds to it. So whether it's paragraph or verse by verse, it's going to add, to it. So, but this is laid out really well. I've like I've said before, I've grown to love the verse by verse formatting. To me, it's just easier to read. It's, you know, so you could sit down and use it as a reader. If you're teaching or preaching, it's easier to find your verses. I just like it better. Here you can see a list, what that looks like. So the way it's laid out in your verse by verse format. And then we will flip over here and let you see a poetic setting. And as you can see, it lays really, you know, lays flat, lays open really well. There's another list. We're getting there. Sorry, guys. And here is the Psalms. It's the poetic setting's not any different. It's, you know, I mean, it may be a little bit different, but not much. It's not like your traditional poetic setting. I like it. I mean, it's fine. Again, you know, using it for what its purpose, preaching from, it's perfectly fine. And you can see it doesn't run into the gutter. So it's, you know, it's not, like I say, your traditional poetic setting, but again, it keeps your margins consistent. But, and the art gilding on this is like a, as you can see, it's kind of like a, you know, it's gold, then it's like a, I don't know, almost like a salmon or a red. It's done really well. Like I say, my first one I got, it wasn't that great, but this one is really good. It is Smith sewn, however you say it. So it is very durable. Some people are getting theirs rebound. I personally wouldn't want to spend that much on a Bible to have it rebound, but in their previous preaching Bible, in the paragraph format, they made it in goatskin, and then they turned around and made it in bonded leather. So if they made this edition in bonded leather with the same paper and everything, I could see getting it rebound. That would be no question. But this is fine, this goatskin. Like I say, I don't have a problem with it. All right, you get to the end of the Old Testament, then you have the New Testament again, just a blank page. Turn, and we will get over here to Matthew. You guys know where I go on this to show you. Matthew 5, the Beatitudes, the Sermon on the Mount. And as you can see, it is a glorious black letter text. That's just my preference. Again, I've said that many times. I mean, if it's red letter, fine. But I like a black letter text. To me, it's just better. That's just my preference, you know. To each their own. I mean, I've got my topaz, and it is red letter. Like I say, I still love that Bible, even though it is a red letter text. But, you know, I prefer black letter. And I've got something on my, I think it's one of my, either my cat's been up here or something. Anyway, he gets places he's not supposed to be. All right. We'll keep flipping through here. Like I say, this paper is really good. I could see highlighting in it, underlining in it, circling, writing, whatever. You know, the paper's fine. As you can see, new book starts on, you know, on its own there. It doesn't run together. Now, one thing about this one that I wish Crossway wouldn't have done, you get to the back here, you get to the end, here's Revelation. Turn it over, you got your table of weight and measures and monetary units, and then you've got a concordance. I mean, it's fine, but when you're in the pulpit, you don't need a concordance. I mean, to me, you've got, you know, that much you could have cut out of it. And I'll show you what else. But it is a nice concordance. I mean, it's a 3-column ESV, you know, typical concordance there. So you just flip through it. We'll get to the end of it here. There it is. And you've got, now this is useful. It's not lined, but it's the same paper. You've got 10 pages here of the Bible paper, which is very helpful. Like I say, you can write, you know, take notes, whatever. Then you got maps, and here are those Crossway maps like I've talked about before, how to me they're just kind of generic looking. And again, they're on that glossy cardstock. I don't like, you know, again, if I'm preaching or teaching and I'm using this Bible, I'm not using the maps. I just don't see the point. You know, if you could have took out these maps and took out the concordance and left in the blank pages, that would have, narrowed it down a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. I mean, it would have been helpful, in my opinion. Would have made it just a tick thinner. Not a lot thinner, but thin enough. But, I mean, the maps are what they are. I mean, they're fine. You've got, the heading up there at the top and everything. I just don't like the colors on theirs. I wish they would redo their maps and take them off, this glossy cardstock. And, you guys know Holman's my favorite. And put them on that, like that matte paper and do some more colors with them. That's just my opinion, and everybody's got opinions. Some people might love the maps, and that's fine if you do. But I like this Bible. It's a good Bible. It's, like I say, it's fine. You get to the end here, you got your end sheet again, tabbed up on the block. You can see goatskin leather. Get to the back and let you see some more of the goatskin. There's those two ribbons, again, black and yellow head and tail bands. But look at that. To me, that begs, as thick as this Bible is, you could have done a minimum 3, if not 4 ribbons, good thick ribbons in this thing, and it would have been great. Not like you did in the Omega there where you double stack, 2 and 2. You could have put 4 good ribbons. And here too, they're not like short, but they're not like very long. And let me show you this. I've got the Be Thou My Vision. I might do a review on this too. I know it's not a Bible, but look how much longer these ribbons are. And they're different colored. They're, green, red, and like a cream color. Again, they're still thin, but this is a little book. So these thinner ribbons for this is fine. It's not a big deal. But for a Bible, I mean, and these thin ribbons for some Bibles are okay. But for a Bible of this size, I mean, should have put some thicker ribbons in it. And multicolored. I mean, you could have put 4 different ribbons in it. I might do, or get someone to do a ribbon replacement on it. I don't know. I know that voids the warranty, so I may not. We'll see. I don't know. But I like this Bible. It's a really good Bible. I know I say that every week, but hey, I wouldn't be reviewing them if I didn't like them. Because again, all these Bibles you're seeing, I've bought with my own money. Or if I have received it as a gift, it's one that I wanted and someone got for me. So this isn't, I don't have anybody sending me any Bibles or anything like that. I mean, I'm not knocking people that do. That's fine. I hope maybe one day I can be, to where maybe I can get, Bibles sent to me to review. And when you do that, then you're bound to get something you may not, like as well, that you may not choose, but you still want to review it for them. But I know a lot of people, like I said, I know they, didn't care for these Chinese produced Bibles. I like this Bible. It's been fine. I've carried it to church several times. I've read from it several times, and everything. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't know that this goatskin cover will last as long as the one on the Omega here. It probably won't, because like I say, this Omega, it's just a lot thicker and it just feels like it's built a little bit better. And it could be too, because that's a thinner Bible is the reason why it feels like it's built better. I don't know. But this one is, it's put together good. I mean, I like it. It's fine. If you're, if you like the English Standard Version, and you're a preacher or a teacher, pick this up. I think you would be pleased. The verse by verse format is great. I know my friend Matt, he's got one and he loves this Bible. He recommends it as well. He's a part of the Here I Stand Theology podcast, so go check those guys out. But I want to give a shout out this week to another friend of mine that I follow on Instagram. We're friends on Facebook. He does Bible reviews, and he does a good job. His name is BJ Hewitt. I'm going to link his channel below, where you can, go subscribe to his channel. Make sure to let him know I sent you guys over there. Go watch some of his videos, like and comment, and, and subscribe to him. Like I say, he does different ones. But don't forget to share this video. If you like what I'm doing here, I appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button on the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. I'm trying to do a once a week, video. I know, some people, do several, but I kind of like the once a week format. And if you'd like to see me do something other than Bibles, let me know. Like I say, I'm thinking about doing that Be Thou My Vision. I've had it now. I started it on March the 1st because it's a 31-day devotion type thing. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a liturgy. But let me know if you'd like to see me do a review on it. I also have a Valley of Vision. If you're not familiar with it, I can, review that. I've got it. And, I'm open to do, whatever you guys would like to see. But if you have any questions, just let me know. If not, then we will see you, Lord willing, next week. And until next time, grace and peace.